Up for sale, 1963 Corvette. I'm going to walk around it, tell you about the car, fire it up, and then drive it. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you. Like I said, 63 Corvette Coupe, split window, baby. You know it. I'm extremely beyond excited, let's put it that way, to have the car here. And what an amazing car it really is. So I'm going to go in a different order this time. I'm going to tell you some of the nice stats. I'm going to go through the bonding strips. Then I'm going to do my walk around like I normally do. We'll fire it up at the end, and then I'll get in it. We'll show it drive, then I'll get in for the driving. First off, number matching 327, 300 horsepower. It was built in April. They didn't start using the Muncie until May, so it has its original Borg-Warner 4-speed in there, which is super cool. Power steering, power brakes, power windows, and it appears to be a real factory AC car. It was nut and bolt restored by the gentleman who bought the car in 1975. Fun fact, he paid $3,800 for it because I have the newspaper clipping from when he bought it, and he wrote all about it. The restoration was started actually a couple months after he bought it in 75. Only 9,000 and a little bit of change miles have been driven, has the car been driven since it was nut and bolt restored. So as I go around it, I mean, what an excellent car. So let me start here on this bonding strip here. Now I'm very familiar with Corvettes. I've had my fair share. Okay, so first off, your lip. There's no repairs on the lip. The first bonding strip that you feel here goes back all the way to the front. No repairs on it, all the way to the front to about here, where I guess you would say it stops or hits the wall. You go up more to the second one, which is right about here. And that's in place all the way to the front. Mint. And I know it's the same way all the way around, but let me just take my time and go through them all with you. This lip here, no repairs on this lip. The bonding strip's up higher, I believe. That's up about here. So let me find it. Yep, there it is, going all the way as far as I can get my arm back. All the way, and with the tire in the way, can't do that. Switch hands here. Here, all the way there. No repairs. To tell you the truth, it is all of its original body. And as far as I can see, here we go. Like, no repairs. Like, this is pristine here. So let me go up, find this bonding strip. There we go. From there, I can't go anymore. Start back up here. All the way to the back. As far as my hand can reach. And to the front. Your lip is mint. All the way down there. There's a little bit of something that didn't clean off. Nice there, all the way back. All the way there. Go to the second one on top. All the way there. All the way down. Now I know what you're thinking, Andrew. You could just be touching nothing. No, I'm not. All of its original body's in place, and actually it's a pristine body, to say the least. So let's start here in the front. See a little mark on the chrome there. A couple of little marks there. I don't want to be picky. Now, of course, being old paint, you can't help but get a little bit of checking on it. The headlight fitment, the hood fitment's perfect on both sides. You see, a couple little stone chips there. I mean, of course, that's going to happen. The fitment of the hood is the way it should be. All the way down. There's a little white mark right there. So let me go ahead and pop the hood for you. I actually have an amazing amount of paperwork for the car. The gentleman, when he did the nut and bolt restoration, he wrote it all out in longhand. So I've got some loud birds, one. But he wrote everything out on some loose leaf papers. Then he has codes for everything that he used. And then, there's a couple little blemishes on the hood. He did what? Oh, then I have a receipt for everything. I can't believe how many receipts there are. At some point, normally, when I do the trunk, there is no trunk on this car, so I'll stop the video. I'll go back into my office and I'll go over all the paperwork that I have. Here's your 327, your 300 horsepower. I like how they changed the valve covers to the 340 horse instead of the 300. I just think it looks a little bit better, my opinion. Change them back if you want the factory correct. But aside from that, everything looks fantastic. Power brakes. You see power steering. You see your AC, and I haven't shown it yet. But down on the one-year only metal console is your power window switches. But how clean this is. I mean, really, going all the way around here. I got a picture of the carburetor. I will have that on the ad. Like how clean. Let me block the sun out there so you see that. There are some spots on the frame that look like the day it was restored. I got a picture of this wheel off. The frame is shiny like I painted it yesterday. Unbelievable. Keep going here though. Of course, your serial number with the 300 horsepower stamping is there. I got a picture of that. That will be on the ad, of course. You see a little bit how nice and clean that is down there. Your air conditioning. There we go. The battery's where it should be. The alternator's where it should be. The compressor's where it should be. There's a fly on the car. That's not where that should be. The door to get into... Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, I'm on the right side. The door to get in to the battery is in place. The vent in the AC, or in the dash for the AC, along with the controls, are in place. I didn't want to... some dealers touch up some marks on the paint. I left it the way I got it to a T. I didn't want to do a thing to it. I didn't want to change anything. Of course, you see a couple little checks there, a couple little marks on this door edge there. That piece of trim on the bottom, that's very nice condition. Of course, it has knockoff wheels with white wall radial tires, so it drives a little bit nicer. See a couple marks on the door edge, like I didn't even want to touch those. That's what I'm getting at. Fitment all the way around the car, perfect, as well as the finish. I mean, the way this all lines up is very nice. Let me show you the top of the car. I mean, really, it was, of course, garaged since the restoration, and I'm sure you can tell. The birdcage, zero rust. Let me just show you this right here, all the way up. And if you can see it in there, because there is none. I'm actually very impressed with how this section looks there. That's very, very nice. Lock that out so you can see that. Your interior, mint, front to back. Like I said, this is the factory correct color combination for the car. Wow, I'm excited. Carpet's awesome. There's no rips. It's not dirty. You see 9166. You see your AC vent with the controls there. Zoom out. Oh, I gotta turn the key on, I think. Alright, there you go. Alright. I mean, look how nice all this is. And the metal. Oh my gosh. I love this car. It has seat belts, of course. I know it just slid back. Seat backs are awesome. Even how clean it is behind there. And let me get a little lower here. Headliners mint, the visors, all the way back. You see the air conditioning sticker there. I'll get to that in a little bit. How nice all this is there. In here is the jack And I thought this was really cool. They're GM flares and fire extinguishers by General Motors. I just, you know, I thought I'd leave that in there. Who the hell knows how long that was in there, I'm saying. Doors open and close like a dream. So let's just keep going here. I know that the paint has some checking, which I've talked about. There is not a crack on the body, though. Some stone chips down there, but not a crack. Your trim all the way around, very, very nice condition. I mean, this looks, other than like some toweling marks, if you want to call it that, but awesome. Keep going here on this bumper. Chrome's in very nice condition. In fact, I've seen chrome replaced on cars, specifically Corvettes restored 20 years ago, that are nowhere near this condition. You see some little cracks in the paint there, of course. That makes sense. And there you go. Man. So right about now, not now, but I'm going to pause the video just in a second here, go over all the paperwork with you, and then we'll come right back to where I am. So I'm going to do that now. All right, here we are. We have the paperwork here for the Corvette. First off, I'd like to start off with this. I have them in order of importance, in my opinion. Here's your newspaper article when he found the Corvette. Right here. 63 split window coupe red 4-speed extras. What does that mean, extras? Positively mint condition, radial 500 tires, sale cash or certified check 3,800, and the guy's phone number. Here's from the gentleman that bought the car. Car was purchased Saturday, March 1st, 1975. Couldn't sleep. Drove to Portage to get a state journal. Called around 6:30 or 7 a.m. Drove to Viroqua, saw car, and gave Ron a personal check to hold the car until I could get a cashier's check for the rest. Picked the car up Monday, March 3rd, 1975. Bill Nolan and friend drove me over to Viroqua. Now the gentleman, I think this is the guy he purchased it from. It's funny because there's a business card, but when you press in on the back, you can read that 3,275. This is the bill of sale for the or the deposit receipt. They wrote it on the business card, and he kept that. Now, next order of importance here, in my opinion, he wrote down everything: quantity, part number, what it was, and the amount that he paid for it. For each one, 3, 1, 2. There's the second one, and I guess dates that he bought them, probably 76, 76. See what I mean? He started in 3/28/75, so he started right away with a gauge. Here's the third one. Knob, switch, shield, plate, run, molding, screen, grill, speaker. I mean, everything. Now here's the next, in my opinion. Everything's written out. It looks like specific part numbers or codes on it. I put these up front because air ventilator and control. That's important to know. Fuel pump, spark plug wires, fuel tank, exhaust system. Here's another thing: air conditioning generator, bolt, brace, washer, nut, with the codes for it specifically, as well as other things, you know. I guess he didn't have antenna parts at the time. Radio and AM, spark plug shield, radio. You know, you see what I don't have to read them all. And then here's another one of not as detailed, but I guess just as important. Oh, here's one more. Okay. See this simple. Even like oil nuts in the center caps, like crazy. Generator number, bolt, compressor support bolts for the AC. Again, this is dating back to about 75. And then here we go. Here is every single receipt. 79, for example. 75 for this receipt. 76 for this receipt. I don't have them in order. 76 for that one. 75, and then like, look how many there are stapled together here. 79, look how many there are stapled together here. I'm not going to go through every single one, but you get what I'm saying. There's a receipt for everything that was done. And some newer stuff, you know, like Eckler's. Like, even though it was restored back then, they were still maintaining it. an old registration card. 75, sales tax and license. Here's an old registration. I'm going to put these off to the side actually to go back together. It's 1977. Some other stuff there. A couple of random things. Here's a letter from, I think, the gentleman that restored it to the next owner, telling all about the car and about the knockoffs, and that in his opinion, to go with different tires because you got to constantly adjust the knockoffs, which we all know, which is just pretty cool to have. 63 Corvette. Again, another little checklist here that he had at some point. We're still going with receipts and paperwork, and then things to order on top of it all, and then a bunch of like miscellaneous stuff. Fantastic. So we're going to go back to the car now. And in addition, I forgot one thing: original AM/FM radio, jacking instructions, and an original manual. I forgot to show these. Nothing in here of importance, though. Back to the video. There's your AC sticker. Looks like it's been there for a long time, if you ask me. Some checking there. Now, a couple fun fact notes, because I know every Corvette guy's got one. Oh, my book. It was my black book, but the pages just fell out, so give me a second here. If you want to send me a new one, please do. 63 Corvette, okay. RD is the 327 300 horsepower suffix. It's, of course, 3782870 block. Other information. The 327 300 horsepower was they made 8,000 of them. They're 250, 300, 340. Then it was fuel injection. 340 wasn't available with AC. 250, 300 was. 4,612 produced in Riverside Red. And I think that's about everything that I wanted to point out here. I just thought it was funny that I had it, I know a lot of people probably sleep with it under their pillow at night. Tuck this in with one hand. There we go. But I actually brought this out because I wanted to look at something a little later. You see a little bit more checking in that area there, but it's like beautiful checking. To tell you the truth, from like 4 feet away, it looks like a show car. You know what I mean? A little touch up right there. This molding down there on the bottom is very, very nice condition, just like the other side. A couple little marks there. A little more there. But how about that paperwork, though? Oh my gosh. I know I didn't even talk about it. They only made 278 AC cars in '63. About 20 to 22 of them were convertibles. This is even very nice, and I know a lot of times this is dented. It's not. Your VIN tag, I got a picture of it. Your VIN tag and trim tag are where they should be, underneath there. And again, how nice that was in there. I don't have to show you that, you've seen it. This is also very nice. I'll show you that, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like a dream. You see a couple more little marks there. A little bit of checking there. The split window will be for sale later today on my website, nextgenclassiccars.com and eBay. Both links will be in the description of this video. If you want to check it out, let us know. 327 300 horsepower, number matching, transmission number matching, power steering, power windows, power brakes, and it appears to be a real factory air conditioning car. Restored in nut and bolt, restored in starting in 1975, which again, as you've seen the car as I've gone around it, super impressive. A couple of little marks, a little bit of checking, but we are getting to the point in the video where we are going to fire it up and then drive it, and then get in and drive it. Thank you. We're just about to fire it up. I'd like to also point out it's got the proper ignition shielding on there and the shielding around where the distributor is. But anyway, we're going to fire her up.
Afternoon, Andrew.
Hello, Dad.
I have to say that it's nice to be driving a 63 split window Corvette.
Yeah.
One of the most probably desirable Corvettes out there.
Look at the geese. You could probably go around them now.
Especially in today's market. They're so hard to come by at a reasonable price. And then we have one with some very nice options.
In history.
It even makes it more rare. And then the condition of this car, restored, many years back and only driven 9,000 miles. It's very tight, responsive, very fresh driving. From the acceleration to the clutch to the shifting, the instruments.
We couldn't have picked the worst time.
I should have made a U-turn and went around. Hopefully, is he gonna go straight? No, he's done.
No, he's done. He's like, I give up.
Oh, that was me.
No one's coming from the right.
It has been sitting a while.
functions. The gauge functions when you turn the key, it'll ignition, but it's probably not getting from the sending unit, not, you know what I mean?
Power steering and power brakes adds to the drivability.